Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are and what time of day it is when you watch this video. My name is Z, and welcome back to my gaming corner. In today's episode, we are going to venture into the Blackwing Lair for our Tier 2 appearances for Transmog. And if you remember from our last video, I said that Ragnaros drops the Tier 2 pants, and Ragnaros is the final boss of Molten Core. So if you want to get your full Tier 2 appearances, not only do you have to do Blackwing Lair, but you also have to run through Molten Core again, kill all the bosses, and then you can access Ragnaros' chamber. So let's get down to brass tacks. Let me bring up my UI. And up here on my mini-map, I have this curious little button called Atlas Loot, one of the many add-ons that I love for World of Warcraft, Atlas Loot. Now, there have been a lot of changes to Atlas Loot over the years. Like, when I would go to the tier sets in the Collections tab, it would actually show me the pieces of the sets when I click on the different classes, and then I could tell you what the names of the sets were. Well, it doesn't do that anymore, but it still does show me all of the sets for the different classes. So as you can see, Atlas Loot is still set up like it was when we were here last time for Molten Core, because it brought up all the Molten Core bosses. But we are going to change this pull-down menu down to Collections, and then we're going to pull this pull-down menu down to Tier Sets, and we are going to go to Tier 2. And the Druid Tier 2 set looks like this. Looks kind of cool. Big, huge moose antlers on the shoulders and the helm. I should say not the shoulder, but big moose antlers on the helm. Big, like, bear claw things on the shoulders. Very sleek looking gloves that look like they're made of bark from like a tree or whatnot, with leaves on the robes. Very cool. The Hunter Tier 2 set, which is Dragonstalker, is one of the most beautiful Hunter sets in this game. There is a full recolor of these Tier 2 sets in the Dungeon Set 3, which are the dungeon sets from Burning Crusade. There's like a Dungeon Set 2.5, which is like the Righteousness armor that you can also get from the Trial of Style. But then there is a recolor of Tier 1, and there's also a recolor of Tier 2 in all different colors. The Dragonstalker set has a recolor that's like green and red. There's also one that's like white with blood-colored red, which is just gorgeous. But you have to go hunting for rare mobs and a few heroic dungeon bosses in the Burning Crusade dungeons. But yeah, the Dungeon Stalker set in purple and gold, and there's even just a little bit of blue on the gloves. This set is absolutely gorgeous for the hunters. The Mage Tier 2 set, which I believe is called Netherwind Regalia, looks like this. They get a cool little face mask. They get Netherwind arcane gases like bursting off of the shoulders. Kind of cool. The Paladin Tier 2 set, the Judgment set, is probably one of the most famous Paladin sets in this game. Arathor, who is the child of Turalian and Ilaria, a human-elf hybrid, wears the Judgment armor as an NPC in the game. This is a robed Paladin set. It does not wear pants. The Paladins wear robes for Tier 2. The Paladins, the Shamans, Death Knights in some cases, Hunters now in some cases, Demon Hunters in some cases, Druids in some cases, even Mages in one case. Some of their sets are robes, and some of their sets are pants. It's really interesting because some sets you wear robes like this, and some sets you have pants. This is a robed set for the Paladin, the Justice armor, Tier 2. The Priest Tier 2 set looks like this, and the recolor of this set in the Burning Crusade dungeons makes it bright pink and purple. And so for you players out there that want to have a pink and purple set, you can get this armor from Burning Crusade normal and heroic dungeons in pink and purple. For example, if I bring the Atlas Loot down here to the Burning Crusade, and this one down to the Mechanar, on Cache of the Legion, on Heroic, I guess Cache of the Legion, whatever. But the Vestia's Pauldrons of Inner Grace, look at that. Same shoulder design, same shape as the Tier 2 stuff, but it's in pink. Pink and purple with a little bit of blue accent. So you can get this entire set in a pink color for the priest. So if you're into that sort of thing and you want to have that color of having to be like a pink and purple priest, or even a pink and purple mage or a warlock, because it's just cloth armor, and you like pink and purple, go to the Burning Crusade dungeons and look for the pink and purple stuff. Okay. The rogue set for Tier 2 is Night Slayer armor. And this one, it's kind of hard to see on the background of the Paladin Order Hall, but there's black mist, black smoke coming off of the shoulders, and they get a full, cool face mask that has like a hook, like a huge like feather almost going back behind the helmet. Looks really super cool. The one thing I don't like about the Rogue Tier 2 is they get pirate boots and pirate gloves, but they're like, the boots are like ninja boots, but they're like pirates because they have these big overflaps. I've never been a fan of pirate gear. Shaman Tier 2 set looks like this. It is a robed set. The Tier 1 was pants. No, the Tier 1 Shaman set was robes. Tier 2 is also robes. But it looks like this. They have cool wolves with lightning coming out of the eyes on the shoulders. Cool little face mask. Chains on the front of the robes. The Warlock Tier 2 set. The Nemesis Regalia. Snakes and sharpened fangs and burning eyes. Fell snakes on the shoulders. Huge horns coming out of the top. And even you can even see the fangs of a viper on the helmet. We'll do once around for the Warlocks. Yeah, that's Nemesis armor. Or I should say Nemesis Regalia. It's absolutely gorgeous. Then the Warrior Tier 2 is the Wrath set. Big, huge axe blades on the shoulders. Big, huge double axe blade on the helmet. Absolutely gorgeous. That's what the Warriors look like for Tier 2. Now, Tier 2 is located also in Blackrock Mountain, which you can see Blackrock Mountain. It's kind of hidden by some of the clouds, but that big imposing structure back there is Blackrock Mountain. And the quickest way to get to Blackrock Mountain for the Alliance side is just go to Stormwind, because look, there's Stormwind Keep. And right behind Stormwind Keep, Blackrock Mountain, right there. As you can see, I'm standing right here on the hills just outside the back parts of Stormwind Keep. There's Stormwind City. There I am. And Burning Steps just right there, and there's Blackrock Mountain. So for you Alliance characters, teleport to Stormwind, or if you have the guild cloaks that teleport you to Stormwind, or if you have a friendly mage that will open a portal to Stormwind for you. Get to Stormwind, fly past Stormwind Keep, just fly right past the tallest tower, and fly right over there to Blackrock Mountain. For the Horde, you have a couple of options. The first option for the Horde is in Orgrimmar. You can take the Zeppelin Tower to Gromgal Base Camp and then just fly north over the Twilight Grove in the Duskwood. Just fly north towards the tallest mountain on the horizon. That is Blackrock Mountain. The other way you have to get here is to take the Western Earth Shrine, which is located right there on the northern bluff just north of the Zeppelin Towers. Take the portal to the Twilight Highlands. The Twilight Highlands are located right here in the Eastern Kingdoms, and you appear at Dragonmaw Port. Fly southwest, and you will arrive at the Burning Steps and Blackrock Mountain. You just fly southwest. Gromgal Base Camp is located right here in Stranglethorn Vale. It's on the southwestern point in northern Stranglethorn. And then from here, you just fly, because you're right down here, you just fly north. It's like north by ever so slightly northeast. But it's about 6s coming from either direction. So when you get over to Blackrock Mountain, Like I said, if you're coming for your tier 2 sets, you also have to do Molten Core because Ragnaros drops the pants. And you already know how to do Molten Core because I showed you in our previous video. So, just like with the Molten Core, when you fly over to Blackrock Mountain, you need to fly into the gates. And there's an entrance on both the north in Searing Gorge and in the south in Burning Steppes. So here we are. We just flew over to the southern entrance into Blackrock Mountain. Fly through the open gates and you come to this hallway. It's a circular hallway. And it brings you to this chamber. Now, right up here, there's a gate out to Searing Gorge on the north, and the Burning Steppes is on the south. What you want to do this time, see, Molten Core is located down there. Lothos Riftwalker's in that little alcove right down there on the northwest corner, right over there inside this big room. What you want to do instead is you want to turn to the right, and you're looking for this window right here. Do you see how there's like orange lights up here and orange lights right there? And orange lights down here, and orange lights all along the wall, but this one window has like this bluish green light on it. You want to fly to this open window, and if you go up that ramp, that takes you to both upper and lower Blackrock Spire, which I will be showing you in the dungeon guides after we're finished showing off all the raids. But you enter this window and you turn to the right, and you come down this hallway. Now, there's Scar Shield sentries all throughout this hallway. You can kill them if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And right here at this point, there's another hallway that comes down here, and there is a Scar Shield Quartermaster, which is a quest mob for one of the quests in the Burning Steppes. You come into Blackrock Mountain, you'll find the Scar Shield Quartermaster right there. But just keep following this hallway down. It's a big round hallway that goes around this upper portion of the mountain. And at the end of this hallway, aside from these random mobs you'll find that'll probably attack you when you get too close, you will find this Orb of Command. Click on the Orb of Command and you will be teleported inside the Blackwing Lair. The orb's marking match the brand on your hand. So place your hand on the orb. Now, you used to have to get attuned to use this Orb of Command. You don't have to do that anymore, because when you got attuned, you would get a marking on your hand. You had to go into like lower Blackrock Spire and then upper Blackrock Spire and do all the quests there, and then they would tell you to go kill the Quartermaster and then take his brand back to the Elder Dragon in upper Blackrock Spire. Remember that? And then the dragon would put his mark on your hand. That would allow you to enter Blackwing Lair. The other way to enter Blackwing Lair is to go inside upper Blackrock Spire, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here we are in Blackwing Lair, and if we turn around and look out the raid portal, you'll see there's torches out there, and there is an arena out there. It's the third boss of Upper Blackrock Spire. You go into this arena-like area, and then like the gates open up, and you kill some trash, and then a big boss comes down, flying down on an Experiment 12B dragon that's like red and gold and pink. And you kill him, and then you would leave the other exit of the arena, and you would turn to the left and go up the stairs all the way, and then it would wrap around the hallway, and you go to the right, and you go up to the final boss. At the top of those stairs, you would turn left instead of right, and it would take you to the upper, it's like the gallery of the arena. And on this gallery, it's this area right here. You just walk right into the raid. So this raid is also located inside a dungeon, just like Molten Core was. You can access the raid from outside the dungeon, or you can go inside Blackrock Depths, go to Firewalker Span, right before the Lyceum, turn to the right, go to across the span, and enter the Molten Core. So when you first enter Blackwing Lair, you run up this little ramp and you enter this room with this blue energy line across the top and all these dragon eggs. Oh, and there's my camera being wacky again. And all these dragon eggs all over the room. Now, one of the best changes that Blizzard ever made to this raid, it used to take 4 full seconds to destroy an egg. And then there was a 3-second cooldown before you could destroy the next egg. Well, now the cooldown is instantaneous, and the destroying of the eggs is instantaneous. So it used to take two full summonings on this orb of domination. It used to take 2 full cycles to destroy all the eggs. Now you can do it in a fraction of just 1 cycle. So destroy all these mobs right here. Click on this orb of domination. Take control of the boss. And number 2 is destroying the eggs. We press number 2, and we press number 2, and you just go around and press number 2 and you get to an egg, and it instantly destroys the eggs. Now, you have to destroy every egg in this room before killing the boss. Otherwise, it is an instant wipe. It doesn't matter if you're level 60 or level 120. It does not matter. If you destroy this boss before destroying all these eggs, you will die. It's just super nice that I just have to press 2, the egg gets destroyed, press 2 again, press 2 again, the egg gets... Oh, the egg didn't get destroyed. Whoops. There we go, press 2. And 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 we'll destroy this egg, and we'll destroy that egg, and we'll destroy this egg, and this one. Once you've destroyed the last egg, remember there's 2 up here on this platform where you're doing the Orb of Domination. Once you destroy the last egg, you'll be able to kill the boss. And that's how you defeat Razorgore solo. If you are here at a level 60 and you have someone running you through, you need to just hide from all the ads, otherwise you will get destroyed. Okay, Razorgore wants to give us the Netherwind Bindings, Mage Bracers. This is one of the few sets where all 8 armor slots, the chest, the shoulders, the helmet, the bracers, the gloves, the belt, the pants, all of it is part of the set. So tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 have 8-piece bonuses. All the other sets have either 4, 6, or just 2 set bonuses. But yeah, we got the Netherwind Bindings, we got the Untamed Blade, 2-handed sword, huge dragon claw for the crossbar, huge sword just like that. We got that. We also got an arcane infused gem, which is for the hunter class, and that's the loot from Razorgore. Once you have killed Razorgore, you want to go through this little hallway directly opposite the raid entrance and meet up with Velstraz the Corrupt. When you enter this room, there's going to be 3 little goblins that are going to try and run away. If you can kill the goblins with like a ranged attack before they get too far away, see, there they go.
I'm out of range.
Then you can get a little bit of extra loot from them.
Your ally his power against mine and paid the price. Now he shall serve me by slaughtering you. Get up, little red worm, and destroy them.
Okay, to start this fight, you talk to Velstraz. I have failed, champion. The Lord of Blackrock is too powerful. He consumed my energy with ease. I kill me. You must kill me. I can't, Velstraz. Surely something can be done to heal you. I perform one final service. I pray it'll be sufficient. Velstraz, no.
Too late, friends. Nefarious' corruption has taken hold. I cannot control myself. I beg you, mortals, flee! Flee before I lose all sense of control. The black fire rages within my heart. I must release it! Flame! Death! Destruction! Cower mortals before the wrath of
4, 3,
No!
2,
I must
1.
fight this! Alexstrasza, help me! I must fight!
One Blade of Justice will take care of him. Alright, loot from Velastraw, 6 gold. Waistbands of Wrath. So we just got the Warrior Belt. Let me zoom in for tier 2. We'll move this down. We just got the Warrior Battle Gear of Wrath, the Wrath Belt for the Warriors. We also got Daggerfang Blades. We got two of this Daggerfang Blade. 2 of those. Okay, that is the loot from Bellestra's. Once you've killed Bellestra's, you can go up either balcony. The balcony does wrap around the room, but if you go up this one on the southeast corner, I should say maybe the northeast corner, because southeast is down here. Northeast corner, right here. Okay, I should say maybe you're better on the east side. Go up this stairwell right here. You will actually be on the correct wall for the next part of this raid. But as you can see, the balcony wraps all the way around the room. So it doesn't matter which side you go up. Okay, the Halls of Strife. If you need to get heavy leather or black dragon scales or some nether chitin, you can do that right here. If you are a skinner, you kill all these dragons in here, skin them all, you'll get heavy leather, you'll get rough leather, you will get black dragon scales, you'll get rough chitin from the adolescent dragonkin. Good place to get a whole bunch of leather and scales. Okay, this room right here in the Halls of Strife is one of the worst rooms in the entire game. On 4 planets, a myriad of raids, and hundreds of dungeons. This is the worst room ever, because you look at these suppression devices, these little pillars sticking up all over the room. They're putting out this gas that's like a suppression field that lowers your movement speed by 95%. So while this is 100% movement speed, your movement speed, if you're in the suppression field, will be slowed by 95%. So you only get to move at 5% movement speed. It is the worst room in the game. But every class, with the exception of, I want to say just Death Knights, because I'm thinking about how all the other classes move. Yeah, with the exception of Death Knights, every class has movement speed abilities that allow them to basically negate this room. For Paladins, we're going to use a combination of Bubble and Blessing of Freedom. And that will help us get through this room faster. For Monks, they can just use Torpedo. And when you use Torpedo once, it increases your normal run speed by 125%. And then if you use it twice, it increases your running speed normally by 150%. So you Torpedo, then you run really fast, Torpedo again when it comes back up after the 6-second cooldown. For Warlocks, they can use Burning Rush, sacrifices life to run it at super speeds. For Hunters, they can run through. If they're not taking any damage, they get an extra 30% speed boost. So every class, with the exception of like Death Knights, because I don't know of any speed enhancement abilities that Death Knights have, because I play a Death Knight and I don't know of any that they have. But most other classes, almost all other classes, will have some sort of movement speed buff to help you get through the suppression field. So this is what I'm talking about. You run forward, and look, I'm slowed. I can't move hardly at all. So we're going to use our bubble so we can run at full speed, and we're going to lower these devices as we go. And then as soon, see, there's 0 seconds. Now I'm slowed again, so I hit Blessing of Freedom, and I get to run at full speed again. And we're just going to run through this room, and then we have to wait 25 seconds, so we're kind of stuck. Running slowly. Yeah, this is what it's like, because the suppression field, yeah, it says 80%, but it's more like 95%. So Blessing of Freedom, and let's just run through. And the boss is over there, Bloodlord Lashlayer. He's the boss. One judgment should take care of him. Hitting for 1.15 million. Not bad. And once again, freedom. Okay, loot from Bloodlord Lashlayer. We get some gold. We get the Storm Rage boots for the druids. We get the boots of Transcendence for the priests. And we get the boots of Wrath for the warriors. So druid, priest, and warrior gear. Very cool. All right, now that we've gone through the suppression field room, go away, Septon's Wrath, we come into this next room where we can kill Fire Moth. If you want to kill all the trash and do a full clear of this raid, feel free, because some of the trash will drop Elementium ingots. Not all the trash, but some of the trash will drop the ingots. This is also a really good place to get Rune Cloth. Okay, so there's Firemaw. We killed him, and Firemaw gives us some gold and the gloves for the rogues, as well as a rejuvenating gem. If you're a level 60 character you want to twink out, there's one that gives plus 12 versatility and plus 16 intellect. Really good for the casters and anyone who uses intellect, like druids, resto druids, balance druids, and any class that uses mana or intellect, like holy paladins. They use intellect. Okay, so once you get done with Firemaw, enter this hallway right here and go up the stairs to Ebonrock. Now these dragons do patrol both rooms, so sometimes you won't find Firemaw in the first room, and sometimes you'll find everybody over here, and you'll see all 3 dragons in this area, because we have Flamegore and Ebonrock up this little ramp, all in the same place. Okay, let's throw a judgment at Ebonrock and a blade of justice at Flamegore. There we go. Alright, Ebonrock wants to give us the Gauntlets of Wrath and Ebony Flame gloves. Cloth hands, bind when picked up. I just got these gloves that kind of go with the robes we got last time in Molten Core. Kind of cool. We also picked up the Gauntlets of Wrath for the warriors with the cool skull motif on the gauntlets. That came from Ebonrock. So the dragons will give you the gloves for the various classes for the tier 2 gloves. And Flamegore wants to give us Emberweave leggings and Drake Talon spalders, plate shoulders that look like that. And then of course these Emberweave leggings look like this. They're male legs, they're male leg armor, and they look like this. Let me just zoom in a little bit on this preview window. We just got those pants for transmog. If you're on a male wearing class like a hunter or a shaman, those pants look like that. And then of course if you are a skinner, you can skin the dragons. Now for you hunters out there that are beast mastery hunters and can tame exotic pets because you're level 60, guess what? Chromagus is tameable, but if you tame Chromagus, there will be no loot. The other core hound that looks like this is the Chrominus that patrols inside the interior of Blackrock Mountain. He goes around that big area that's suspended in the middle above the lava. You can find him sometimes there. Oh right, Chromagus wants to give us the Pauldrons of Transcendence. So we got the Priest shoulders. We also got the Nemesis shoulders for the Warlocks. Okay, we also got taut dragon hide shoulder pads. Just regular leather shoulders. They look like that. They have like a gold ring on each shoulder. Their leather shoulders look like that for you rogues and druids out there, and also demon hunters, every class that wears leather armor. We also got the Elementium reinforced bulwark. Looks like that, kind of asymmetrical with spikes coming out of it and coming off of it. Very cool, if you ask me. Now that Chromagus is dead, we're in this room. He came out of that door. Directly across the door he came out of, you will find the exit to the final boss of Blackwing Lair, which is Nefarian. And there is quite a bit of roleplay for the Nefarian fight to begin. Now, do you know where you are? You are on the castle ramparts that are sticking out the side of Blackrock Mountain. If we come over here to the edge of the map, you can see the Badlands over there. Check that out. See, you can see the Searing Gorge, what is that? Iron Flame Iron Point, or like Iron Point, whatever, is right over there. So this is the castle part that sticks out of the backside of Blackrock Mountain. Also, as a little side note, if you come to this location from the overworld, like you're out in game in the big wide open world map, and you come to this location, that doorway right over there is the raid portal entrance to Blackwing Descent, which is a tier 11 raid. We will show that in a future video. But over here in the corner of this room, right over here on the south side of the room, you will find Lord Victor Nefarious sitting on his throne. Do you expect me to cower before the mighty legion of Z, of the champions? You are nothing to me, less than nothing. Had I desired your head, it would have been presented to me on a pike. You have made the mistakes all mortals make. Time does strange things to those that use it as a form of currency. I've made no mistakes. In your rush to glory, you assumed that the pace of the game revolved around your actions. Can you even fathom how preposterous that sounds to a being like me? A being that, if so inclined, could cause your own insignificant thoughts to crush the peanut-sized mass of gray matter floating within your skull. You have lost your mind, Nefarious. You speak in riddles. It is simple, really. Allow me to summarize. All right, please do. In this world where time is your enemy, it is my greatest ally.
The games begin.
The grand game of life that you think you play, in fact, plays you. To that I say, let the games begin. He's going to start shooting chaos bolts at you, and all these dragon kin are going to start pouring out both doors. If you are a super high level player, you can just, let them all group up and then kill them in one fell swoop. They're just going to keep coming until phase 2. So we'll just pile up the bones right over here. Now, if you are a level 60 character being run through this place, those shadow bolts that he keeps shooting at me will instantly kill a level 60 character.
Let's see how they can the Blackrock Spire.
And then he turns into Nefarian and lands, and we get to kill our first major dragon in World of Warcraft. There he is.
Mortals are nothing to my kind. Do you hear? Nothing!
All right, we get 5 gold. We get the Helm of Wrath, the Judgment Crown. We get Cruel Sharuk, Edge of Chaos. It's a one-handed axe. Looks like that. We got that from Nefarian. We get a yellow sack of gems. Boots of the Shadow Flame. See, pirate boots, because they have that overflap on them. Boots of the Shadow Flame. Look like that. We also got the Staff of the Shadow Flame, which is a super cool staff. It's kind of hard to see, but it actually is a dragon skull with an open maw and teeth sticking out of it. If I was on a warlock, I could show you, because I have this on my warlock. We also got these Dalewind cloth trousers. They look like this. They're just brown cloth pants. They are binds when equipped though, so BOE gear, wonderful. We also got Lady Elizabeth's Pennant, item level 58, binds when equipped, stamina versatility, not bad. We also got the Hyperion Shield of the Aurora, which looks like that, has the sun crest of the Argent Dawn on it. Very cool. And we got the Lunar Wand of the Fire Flash. Looks like that, all from Nefarian. Now, if this is your first time killing Nefarian, you'll also find his head. I think I might even have Yeah, you'll find I've already done the quest, so I never loot his head anymore. But if this is your very first kill of Nefarian, you will also find the head of Nefarian that requires you to take the head back to your capital city, and then it gets posted on a pike out at front of the main gates of the cities. It looks really cool. So that is how you complete the Blackwing Lair. And then just to remind you one final time, if you are going for your tier 2 sets, you also have to come into Molten Core and kill Ragnaros, because he has all the pants for tier 2, and he's the only one that drops them. So like the Judgment Lake plates that look like... I didn't want to do that. The Judgment Lake plates, which I can't even see because I'm wearing robes. Actually, I can show you. But the Judgment stuff, let me come over here to sets and scroll all the way down. These Judgment Lake plates drop from Ragnaros in Molten Core. So if you're going for tier 2 sets, you have to complete Blackwing Lair and Molten Core again for your tier 2 pants that Ragnaros drops. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up, rate me a like. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you always know when new content comes out. I think I want to go back to doing regular broadcasts on Sunday and have bonus videos and show different adventures and different stuff throughout the week, like on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. So expect to see raid videos on Sunday morning and various adventures throughout the weeks as I work to restore everything that was lost when my channel was shut down. I look forward to bringing you all those new adventures. Also, please tell your friends about us so they can come and they can enjoy these adventures and enjoy the content and the videos just as much as you do. Finally, and most importantly of all, please remember this. World of Warcraft is just a game. And games are meant to be fun, and you're supposed to have fun while you play them. So if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. Meet me back here next time when I'm going to show you how you can get your tier 3 sets. Oh, but Z, tier 3 was removed from the game when Naxxramas was moved from above the Eastern Plaguelands over to Northrend. Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. But while Naxxramas now drops tier 7, which looks just like tier 3, you can still get your tier 3 sets. I'll show you how, and I'll show you where to go to do that next time in Raids of Azeroth. I look forward to bringing you that adventure, and I hope you'll join me for tier 3, where to go to get it. But until that time, my name is Z, and I'm signing off.